for the Redneck Garage. Well, just when you thought I couldn't get another crappy project, guess what? I got another crappy project. My youngest son is going to start driving pretty soon here. He's almost 16 years old, and I'm not going to go out and buy him a brand new car because I'm not raising some spoiled little jerk that thinks everything's given to him. Oh no, we're going to get some videos, and we're also going to build it ourselves. I found a 2003 Honda Accord with relatively high miles, around 200,000. From what I understand, it was kind of highway miles that had been wrecked. And a friend of mine at a record service had it, and he says, look, $650, it's yours. It had every whistle and bell on it. It's an LX sedan. It's got leather seats, navigation, all that garbage on it, sunroof. And I got it for $650. So if I can get out of this car for about $1,500 with paint and parts that I'm going to put into it, then you know what? Great. It's a great little car. So let's take a look at what I bought, what we got to do, and maybe just some preliminary, hey, let's get it open and take a look at it. Here's Joe from Grace Towing. He came over to the Redneck Garage to drop off my next project. It's a Honda. He had it over in his lot. What do you think?
Hey man, it's no hill for a climber.
That's it.
No step for a stepper.
He's got a nice record though. He said he's going to sell it to me, but I said I'm not in that business. So,
right.
Yeah. But yeah, we got a little wrecked Honda we're going to take a look at, see what we're going to do with it. Good Lord. There's Jennifer lurking. She's lurking. Mama's looking at the car I bought. She's shaking her head going, oh Lord. It's a 2003 Honda Accord sedan. It's the LXI. It's got everything on it with the V6 or 6-cylinder. I think it's a V6. Smashed in the front, kind of like the other Honda we built, right? First thing to do is start taking off the broken pieces. And actually that fender may be savable. I don't know. I'll have to actually look at it. That fender doesn't look too awful bad. It's not hitting the door. So I may just need one fender, a hood, radiator support, all that garbage in the middle. Do a little welding. But anyway, this is going to be a kid's car, I think. And it's going to need a windshield. She's yanking stuff off. Alright, so I got to figure out how to get the hood open, and then after that it's all downhill, man. Just start ripping stuff off and get her ready to put some new parts on. I'm going to pull it around the back once I get everything off of it and know what I need. Just get it out of the way, and then we'll be ready to put it back on and shoot some paint. Sounds easy, doesn't it? No, it's not. So we're going to get going. Farm jack comes in handy to get it pulled out, get the hood back up a little. There we go. This is a chin buster right there. And that's it. Now we can start deconstructing. Figure out what needs to be bent up and pushed back and all that garbage. But got the hood up. Awesome. This is a 3.0 VTEC, man. That's a rocket of a motor. You can see that the radiator support's just crushed right in here. The fender's bent down a little bit. I think I can save this one though. This side's the worst. You can see that this structure's been in on that ear right here. So I'll have to work on bending that back out. Put the new radiator support in. Of course, underneath it's bent backwards, but not really bent in, just for the fact of it went over the bumper. And that's what happens on these stinking Hondas, is when you get in a wreck, they just nosedive. She probably, I think it was a little girl that was driving this thing, and she slammed on the brakes and went underneath something, and that's what happens. It goes up and hits the hood. So awesome. All right, I'm just doing some preliminary stuff, getting this thing pushed out a little bit. I'm just using the farm jack because it works pretty good for that. All right. So that's one day of work, getting all this garbage off, and I can see where it's bent. Slightly bent right here at the end of this bumper bracket. Slightly bent right here at the end of the bumper bracket. But the biggest thing is going to be getting these ears right here
straightened out and a new radiator core support put in. So I'll go ahead and order that. Radiator, condenser, fan motors. And that'll be 90% of it. We got to get a hood and one fender. The other fender's salvageable. Grill salvageable, and a bumper. And then after that, should be able to start putting it back together. Biggest thing is getting everything straightened back up. You can see right here where it's bent a little bit there. This one's not bent as nearly as bad as that other side, so we're going to have to do some redneck engineering and finagling to get that bent back out where it's supposed to be. But before I do that, I'm going to need my new radiator core support to get it all lined up before we start spot welding it back in. But man, that's a good lick for today, and $650 for this car is pretty dang good. This one's got all the whistles and bells. It's got the nav system. It's really a slick little car. Interior's nice, except for that airbag. So I'm gonna pull it around back, and then we're gonna get parts.
Awesome, so that's day one of the car, and we're going to continue on working on getting some of these piece parts taken off of it where I can get to the point of putting it back together. But this is similar to the Honda that I fixed for my daughter-in-law about 2 years ago. So I'm kind of excited. I think it's going to come out well. I'm David from the Redneck Garage. Keep turning wrenches.